Well, as you can see, if I move, the part will move with me. Welcome to my Vector3 tutorials for beginners. This is going to be simple and I hope you understand it by the end of the video. Let's begin. So what is a Vector3? Well, a Vector3 is a 3-digit point and it just represents some coordinate. So take this part for example. It has a size which is a Vector3 and it's composed of 1, 1, and 1. So what do these numbers mean? Well, the first one is the number on the x-axis. So if you increase the size, you can see this number changes. And the second number is the y-axis. And the third number is the z-axis. So if you fiddle around with these things, you can see how it changes. So that's pretty cool, but how can I script it? Let's call our variable v3 and let's set the Vector3 value to 10, 10, 10. So what can we do with this? Well, remember the size property? We can set this size property to something else by using Vector3s. So let's do that and let's click play. Oh, this block, it just got bigger. As you can see, the size is now 10, 10, 10 because we set it to that. Okay, well that's pretty cool, but can I do anything else with Vector3s? Yes, you can. Okay, so I've just added 2 parts in. And now what I'm going to do is I just did a bunch of math. Well, let's see what this does. Well, now there's this giant tower and our original brick. So what did I do here? Well, I set the first part size to 10, 10, 10, which you can see right here is 10, 10, 10. And then I set the second part size to that original size, which is 10, 10, 10, as defined from here, but I also added 100, 100, 100 to it. So since 100 is bigger than 10, it makes sense that the second part got so much bigger than the first one. But what's the actual size? Well, we can see it's 110, 110, 110. So what we did, just like I said, is we added 100, 100, 100 to that original 10, 10, 10, which caused it to become 110, 110, 110. Okay, that's pretty cool, but can I do anything else? Yes, you can. Whoa, is that a for loop? Yeah, it is. Okay, so what if I attach it to a for loop? Well, what this is doing, it's setting the size equal to whatever the size was, but it adds 1, 1, 1 to that size. And it does this 100 times, waiting 1 second each time. So let's see what this does. As you can see, every second, this part is now getting bigger. Just gonna keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So is size the only thing you can use Vector3s for? Well, no, you can use them for a lot of things. One example was size, but most often you're probably going to use it with either size or position. And the same rules apply with position. If you move it on the x coordinate, your x coordinate of the vector changes. If you move it up and down, your y coordinate changes. And if you move it front and back, your z coordinate changes. Okay, so outside of a part, I just wanted to show you how it works on a Roblox character. So as you probably know, all Roblox characters have this thing called a humanoid root part. And that's basically the main part of your character that is like the master of everything. So basically it has a position and this position is a Vector3 value. And just like I said before, you can change this value, let's say 15, and you can see it went all the way up. You can change it to like 10, 10, 10, and it'll go to that spot. Okay, so I just wrote some code and basically what this does is it's going to set the parts position to my humanoid root parts position, but it's also going to add 5 pixels on the x coordinate. So how does this look? Well, as you can see, if I move, the part will move with me. And as I said before, it'll set it to my humanoid root parts position, which is right here, and it's going to add 5 pixels to it. So if you look at it from this way, it's adding 5 pixels on the x coordinate. So that's why it's positioned right here. Okay, so how can I use vectors in a practical way? How can I use them in my game? Well, you can always use them to blow up the world. Very, very slowly. Okay, maybe too slowly. There we go. Okay, that's still too slow. Ah yes, there we go, that's much faster. So you can always use them to blow up the world by increasing the size of a sphere. And yeah, you can use them for a ton of other things as well. But because this is a beginner's tutorial, I'm just gonna leave it at that. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up and don't forget to comment and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.